IDW Publishing is stepping into it again, this time with Sonic the Hedgehog number 76, which advertises a pornographic genderqueer graphic novel to their child comic book readers. Now, Sonic is an all-ages title, and it is designed for kids. I've had my kids read it in the past. I stopped because definitely not going to let a Heather Antos edited creation get anywhere near my children with all her past history of trying to groom children, pushing crazy agendas. It's happening again with a weird advertisement for this book in the back of it that has no place being in a children's book, period. This is absolutely disgusting, and I disavow it in the strongest of terms. IDW deserves to go out of business for the stuff that they're doing, to be honest. And we'll get into this news in just a moment. I'm a comic creator myself, and they don't want you to discover my work here, my friends. My books are a lot of fun. This is called the Emerald Array graphic novel, and it is a Space Marine graphic novel. Lots of action, fun adventure. It'd make a great video game, as a matter of fact. Maybe we'll make one. Check it out. It's in the description below. Please grab this and support independent comics. We are doing the good work right here. The book's done. We are just getting it prepped for print right now, and it'll be going out very, very soon. So this is a perfect time to get in on my sci-fi universe and enjoy some great comic books. Thank you guys for backing. It's in the description below. All right, so over the last several years, IDW Publishing has been in massive trouble. The company has been laying off their workforce, cutting creator and comic lines, taking massive losses every single year, millions of dollars, as many in the comic book industry wonder how IDW will survive. In fact, there was a recent audit that it showed that they're probably not going to at this point. During this time, they kept promoting radical leftist Heather Antos, who started as a book editor, moving up to senior editor, and eventually head of all licensing. Her duties included Star Trek, of course, which is why it's under our coverage here. I'm a big Star Trek fan. I have every Star Trek comic book ever made, my friends. And she also got on children's books like Monster High, where a lot of people ignored this situation here, but they put some weird lesbian grooming into this kids comic too for little girls. So this is something that they have done a lot in the past. She's also now at her head of licensing, in charge of Sonic the Hedgehog and others, and she's increasingly pushed content of inappropriate sexual fetishes onto child readers. It's rumored that IDW Publishing lost the My Little Pony license because they hired confirmed sex worker and LGBTQ activist T. Franklin to write for the book. This was apparently a Heather bring-in for diversity, and the company was allegedly not happy with what went on there, according to industry insiders, so they pulled the license. Sonic the Hedgehog has long been a fan favorite in comics, and the property has attracted its share of degenerates among adults, as we know. However, the property is still firmly aimed at young children because of its video game nature. Gigi Dutriex, I don't know how to pronounce this fake name, is a mentally ill activist who has they, them in her profile and calls herself a demi-girl. I didn't know what that was. I looked it up, and it doesn't make any. It's just mental illness. Like, there's nothing to see there. She's been the Sonic the Hedgehog cover artist, colorist, and penciler over the last several years of Heather Antos' reign of wokeness over IDW Publishing. The artist is known on X for posting characters with top surgery scars, alluding to getting mastectomies to cut off a woman's breasts and pretend to be a man. She's done it with Sonic before. She recently did it with the X-Men character Gambit in this pose, saying, "Trans Gambit has been a headcanon of mine forever." And she also did it with Superman recently. This person is just obsessed with this whole scenario. Absolutely weird on this level. Happy Trans Thursday, everybody. In Sonic the Hedgehog 76, she was given a Creative Corner spotlight, which is a spotlight on artists that they run with interviews with different creators on the back of things that they put in their comic there. And this is where the advertising happens. So the kids start, thinking oh yeah, like I help out as a cover artist, a colorist. So that's nice. What's your favorite comic Sonic character? Sonic, Shadow, and Silver. How nice. How did you discover Sonic? And then you get into this and you start like looking at this sort of stuff. And she said she discovered Sonic when she was 13. So again, comics aimed at kids, as usual. What's your favorite comic besides comics? Genderqueer, a memoir. So again, this is now a book aimed at kids. So the kids go, oh yeah, all this Sonic stuff. Oh, am I going to like this genderqueer thing? What is this? Well, they're going to look it up. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And this is again, aimed at children and aimed at grooming children. And that's what they have to be pushing this stuff going. And it's very, very creepy. that this was put into a Sonic the Hedgehog children's comic. It should not be, because genderqueer is disgusting. If you don't know about it, it's all about grooming and the like. And school libraries have been fighting against it, and naturally the publisher and Comic Book Legal Defense Fund have gone out and gone, oh, it's censorship, not putting this in front of children. And here's the book where you got, this would evolve into hip thrusting with my latest gay ship. Right there. We've got the bulge for stuffing a sock in the front of my pants and manipulating. This is what children are being advertised to with this new Sonic the Hedgehog book. Of course, there's an even more graphic one in there that we censored for you guys. Absolutely disgusting. Now, the author of this book said, I originally wrote it for my parents and then for older teens, gross already, who are asking these questions about themselves. I don't recommend this book for kids. Well, now this book's being recommended in a kids' Sonic the Hedgehog book. So much for that at this juncture. These people are disgusting. They try to push this thing on every single level. This is the mainstream comic industry. This is their agenda. If you don't know, Heather Antos actually contributed to a weird groomer anthology called When I Was Young, and it was all about stories about young people getting groomed by adults, and it's very, very creepy. And Heather Antos did her first actual artwork for that and published a comic story in there as well. So this is part of the agenda. It's evil. This is what IDW Publishing puts out there. This is what they stand for consistently. And yeah, you can't let your kids read this stuff anymore. It's very, very sad. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for being here. And please check out my Emerald Array graphic novel. This is great, fun action adventure. You're going to love this if you love comic books, guys. Support independent comics. You will. This is written for you. I did it for you guys. Grab it in the description below. We'll be back soon.